Oh, hi, everybody. We are going to be going live here in just a couple minutes, but I wanted to get on. So when my friend Laura hops on, hoping we don't have any technical difficulties, we are ready to go right at 8. All right. So you can just hang out with me here for a little bit till Laura gets on. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing this glorious Monday? I'm going to tell you a funny, well, I can't really tell you the funny story totally, but I'm going to tell you a little bit, a part of a funny story, which just really made my Monday start off so great. And I really mean that, not being sarcastic. So I'm in this texting thread with 3 of my besties, and one of them was texting a long message to us, and she was doing it over talk text. And if you don't proofread your talk text, anything can happen. Okay. And so she was talking about this situation where she had to hugged a mom that was sad and struggling with something. But what came out of the talk text was something totally not that. And this person, of all people, would be mortified. So she sent it, not proofreading it all or going back and looking. And then the other 3 of us read it and we were just dying laughing. And somebody was like, hey, I won't say her name. Did you read that? And she had said something like, yeah, well, it was just the first part of it she read. And there was something else that was wrong too, but that really wasn't that funny. And she thought that's what we were referring to because she hadn't read all the way through it. And then we started laughing even harder because obviously she didn't read to the end. Anyway, so the 3 of us were just dying on this thread, texting back and forth. So much hilarious stuff. She, the person who wrote it, didn't see it till like an hour later. And then when she did, she was absolutely mortified. And we just got the best laugh. Okay. It was so therapeutic. Like, if you have not laughed today, go do something to make yourself laugh. Go watch Parks and Rec or The Office. If you think those shows are funny, go watch a comedy show. I don't know, do something, but laugh that like a big, hearty belly laugh, because it is so awesome. And it just really made my Monday start out so great. Okay, so that's my story as we're waiting for Laura. Laura's here. I'm going to add her to the stage. There she is. Hello, Laura. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Fabulous. I can hear you great. All
Good
right.
deal.
Yay. Okay. Well, this is my friend Laura. She is with our company as well. She's actually been with the company longer than I have, and we have lots of connections and lots of similarities. But Laura, I will let you just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Laura, and I am from Minnesota, and I have been with Trinot since, April of 2024. So about a year and a half. It's been a phenomenal ride so far, and I met Sarah in Wisconsin.
Yep.
We have lots of connections through the wells.
We do. And I adore your mother-in-law as well. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met. And being a pastor's wife myself, it's just such a breath of fresh air to have somebody who gets me.
Right?
If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So
yes.
Anyway, well, we are really excited. We came on tonight to do this together because both Laura and I just got back. Well, not just, it's been 3 weeks over that now, from Vegas, where we had our Trinot Leadership Academy. And obviously those are always so much fun and so full of so much awesomeness. But we launched 2 really big new things. And one of them is the Trinot Travel, which we're going to talk about first. And then we're going to talk about our physical product, NAD+. So I'm just going to flip through these slides and I'll say a few things and Laura's going to say some things. And then by the end, if you have any questions or comments, just drop them in the comment below. Whoever you came here, whoever invited you, make sure you talk to them. Make sure you get your questions answered, because sometimes I think people assume things are one way without actually really looking into it deeper. One thing that I just want to say about Trinot Travel, it is not a timeshare program. All right. I've been getting some of that a lot lately. It is so much different than that. So I'll just start with this one right here. Spend less, travel more, feel 10 years younger. I mean, people who travel more statistically are healthier. They feel better. And people who feel better tend to want to travel more because they're not achy, they're not tired, they don't want to stay all holed up in their house. So what You're Not Travel is about is making travel easy and memorable while transforming and thriving. And the three pillars of our company are health, wealth, and community. So it makes total sense why they added travel to our company. We started out as a wealth management company, added in the health piece when they realized that people weren't even making it to retirement healthy or alive to be able to live in retirement. And then now they're really branching off into our community pillar. So I'm gonna go ahead, Laura. As you're seeing these slides for the first time, but
Yeah.
you just give your thing and I give mine. And
Okay. So Trinot Travel is basically a platform that we have access to. 850 some thousand different locations, hotels, uh, condos, car rentals, and it is like a wholesale platform, which I feel is really crazy because we can get such better deals compared to some of the online booking places that you can go. And it's just crazy that we can travel for cheaper and save money. And when we're having a family, it is expensive to go places. So really exciting that we can use this all year long. And then yeah.
yeah, I agree. The right here, I just put up we have a vacation vault, it's called. It's a Facebook group where anyone can be a part of it. You do not have to be with the company. You don't have to be a customer. You can just get in there and start looking around. But there's kind of basically two types of travelers, I think. There's the people that love going and exploring the world and going on tropical vacations. Well, I guess I should say three. There's the people who would love to be able to do that, but either they can't afford it or their life just isn't allowing it. And then there's the travelers who are more so about, well, they go on a lot of business trips. They have weddings every summer. They have family that live all over the United States and they need to go visit, and they can't just all pile in grandma and grandpa's house anymore. They have to find a place to stay. And then the other really big one, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, is sports traveling. I mean, Laura and I are similar in life, age, kids, and my kids do some of that, but not nearly as much as some of my friends. I mean, I have a niece, I have friends that are traveling literally the United States, all over Texas, Kentucky, Vegas, and that's all out of your own pocket, in addition to the cost of the sports. But right here, this is just one example from our vacation vault of a trip that somebody booked. And we've only been launched for a little over 3 weeks. So there's been tons of bookings already. This one's to the Bahamas, and it's real tiny. You probably can't see it, but the savings between Trinot Travel and the other very highly known online pricing or vacation site, it was a $740 savings. And 99% of the time, people are saying they are getting it cheaper than any of those major platforms. So that's really big. The fact that there's no blackout dates is huge. My parents do belong to a timeshare, which is completely different. And that is a huge struggle that they have within their timeshare. Also, being brand new, we have all of these, blocks of rooms and condos and car rental, everything. And we have it. So because we're even so new, jumping in right now is even better because you're not going to struggle finding access anywhere, really. I don't know if there's something else you want to share there, Laura, or.
No, I just think, when you're in sports and you're traveling, even if it's to like hockey locally too, just the savings on the local hotels too has been huge for people. And when
Yeah.
you can save a couple $100, that's more money in your pocket for paying for food or gas or whatever you need, or different things for your family. So,
Yep. And hockey's a big one in both of our states. I mean, I know a lot of people that their kids are in hockey, and I don't see them much over the winter because it seems like every weekend they're at a hockey something somewhere. So, so here's kind of just an example of, well, I don't travel, Sarah. I don't really go on vacations. We never get away. Sports parents, summer travel, baseball. That's another big one. Club volleyball, tournaments, club basketball, hockey, dance. And with this program too, you pay a one-time fee, one lifetime fee of $99. After that, you pay a monthly fee. But that monthly fee is really more of you setting aside money, because you'll see as we go through the slides, how you can only make money back on this. You can only make money back. And I'll show you how that's going to be. But even if you never used one booking, okay, even if you didn't book one hotel in 12 months, any wedding, any sports event, any visit, nothing, at the price that Laura and I get it at, you would be spending about $780 for the entire year to spending, I guess, more so putting a $780 away is how I would put it. At the end of that 12 months, regardless of you booked a hotel or you booked 12, you're going to get a $1,500 minimum vacation voucher back, between $1,500 and $2,000. But let's just go to the minimum side, $1,500. And you get 3,000 places worldwide to choose from to use that vacation voucher. You have 18 to 24 months. So it's not like they're giving you 3 months or 6 months. They're giving you up to 2 years to use it. And say you put down that $780, you get a minimum of $1,500 back. You are up $720 of a vacation. And that could be for, like, Laura and I, the Dells for a weekend with your family. I mean, it's so important to really, like, in this fast-paced world, to take time to, unplug, de-stress, connect with your family, connect with your community, connect with your relationships. So, and then just moving on here. So, if you want to talk, Laura, a little bit more about how, what the cost is for associate and customer then monthly, or I should
Sure.
say the put away money.
The savings account, that's what I like to call it. So for a customer, it is $75 a month, and for an associate or affiliate, it is $65 a month. So it's, it's definitely a savings plan where you can hide that money away and then get rewarded at the end of the year. It's pretty cool.
Yes, agree. It's like a virtual piggy bank. I said, when you and I were kids, we probably had the little glass ceramic piggy bank, and it's kind of like that, but it's your virtual piggy bank. You're saving to get something back. That's basically how it is. Okay, I'm trying to, there we go. Okay, so we are gonna, here we go. All right, so to not go super long here, we also want to talk about our physical product, which is our NAD+. I'm going to let Laura take it away more on this one, only because she is a health professional and she's also studying right now to be maybe clarify that, because I don't want to get that wrong.
I am studying to be a functional medicine provider.
Awesome.
Program for functional medicine. And so I'm totally geeking out about this new NAD Plus as I'm finding out more and more about the root causes of a lot of the illnesses that we have in our society today. So NAD has been a game changer here for me in the last couple weeks. We got free samples, which is awesome that Trinot provided us free samples to help get a testimonial going. But you guys, I just don't know what this is. I mean, there's a lot of scientific things in this thing that we have, but the NAD is part of your body, but as you age, it just totally decreases. It's almost down to 40 or like 50% by the time you're age 40. And so, I mean, it is the cellular energy that gives your body, the mitochondria, the little powerhouses of every cell in your body, energy. It's like charging your cell phone. You need that battery to charge. And if you don't have that energy, you feel dead, you feel brain fog, you don't sleep good. All the things that happen as we age. And so I'm just so stoked about this because I slept pretty good before, but now it's like the sleep where I don't have to nudge my husband because I hear him snoring. It's like just crazy. Like I don't rotate at night. It's like you're sleeping soundly and you don't even wake up, and no trips to the bathroom and just all the things, and then the energy that it's been providing, like the motivation is crazy. Like you get home, we drove to Vegas, which was a little bit
Oh,
crazy.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so we got home after driving. We got to Casper, Wyoming the first night, and then from Wyoming we drove to Minnesota. And I got home after being in the car for 12 hours. I literally put my suitcase away. Like, I don't do that usually for weeks afterwards. And my daughter had cleaned the house, and she's like, "Mom, get that suitcase put away." And I'm like, I had it all packed away. I had it put back in the storeroom. I had the dishes done. And I'm like, we were just in the car for 12 hours and had a very amazing but exhausting trip.
Yeah.
And it was like, I had the energy, and that was just like 4 days into it. And I'm like, phew, I don't know
Yeah.
what's in this. But one of the cool things that makes us a little bit different than some of the NAD out there. I know, Sarah, did you do NAD prior to this?
So I did one time an infusion at my functional doctor, and that was just a couple months ago, because I had been looking into it for a while, and with my chronic Lyme and the past mold exposure toxicity I've dealt with, and just other things, I really wanted to do it, and so I put the investment in. It was not cheap. It's about $300 for one infusion where I did it, and it took 2.5, almost 3 hours. So, it was a whole time of sitting in there. I was cold, because you got this. And the thing about that is that it works, yes, but it's like so much at one time. I didn't have too many bad side effects, but I have talked to people that got like pretty nauseated during it. It can cause like heart palpitations in people. I got a little weird stomach here and there throughout the infusion, but um, it's very expensive. And this, which you can talk about the liposomal part of it, is a fraction of the cost for now basically the same results as injections and infusions, but without that intensity. So Laura, if you want to explain that a little bit.
Sure. So what makes ours special is the liposomal portion of it. That means it like absorbs 1,000 times better because of the way they patented it. In your guts, you are actually getting a lot of absorption to go through. And that's like huge when you take any kind of supplement. You want your body to be able to absorb it so it uses it, so it's not expensive pee.
Yeah.
So so it has
Yep.
the technology in there that does that, but also it's got I can't even say that.
I know.
And
Ellagic,
choline,
yeah.
allogenic acid, but that also helps, like, not only are you absorbing it, but it's also cleaning out those dead cells. It's like, when your refrigerator gets moldy food in it and you're like throwing it away, that's kind of what this is doing to your body too. It's just getting rid of those dead, yucky cells that you don't use anymore. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
every so often our body is refreshing our cells, but if we don't get rid of the dead ones, we're not detoxing, and it's just kind of building up in there and causing lots of issues. So it's really cool that they've paired this together. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of resveratrol in grapes wine. This L-gonic acid is actually like 8 times more effective than resveratrol, and they've been using resveratrol for a long time for a lot of things too. So really cool that they paired all this together.
Yeah, absolutely. I know some of the biggest things I've seen, like I've been on it now for the same amount of time as you. I was sleeping better too, adding in for her. I will honestly say that stopped me from all my night having to go to the bathroom all the time. I don't wear a device to sleep at night that tracks my sleep, but a lot of people do. And that's where a lot of people have seen huge results is their sleep scores. If they wear an Oura ring or any kind of a sleep tracker, they're feeling like they're getting better sleep too, but it's physically showing in data that they are getting much more restful, deeper, better REM sleep. So, the slide here also shows like when you take NAD plus, what should you expect? Within 1 to 2 weeks, more energy, sharper focus. Within 4, more restful sleep, stamina, less fatigue. Again, like you said, Laura, mitochondria is the building block. Like it's everything. It is our energy. And so it's helping those work more efficiently and reduce stress in your cells. And then the 3+ months, long-term energy, mental clarity, optimized metabolism. That's another thing that people have been talking about. Our DHS has helped so many people drop unwanted fat, including visceral fat, which is the dangerous fat, dropping inches, retaining muscle. But people that have added NAD plus, and I will say, I mean, I don't know, but I have dropped another, well, I should 7 pounds in 3.5 weeks, doing the same thing I was doing before leading up to Vegas, but I've added NAD plus. So I don't know, like, no, it is not for weight loss, but again, because it's helping the entire body, this is what people have been seeing too. So here's just a few testimonials of some people that Laura and I know through the company. 5 days energy. I know Sarah Hollingsworth right in the middle there. She's had huge results on it. And it's really tiny, but focus, sleep, deep and restorative energy. And then Vera over there, day 6, she feels like the 2.0 version of herself. So you're just seeing a lot of like stamina, sleep, focus, energy, and then weight loss has just happened. So, and then a few other things too. It's not just NAD plus, right? Like you said, Laura, NAD is a hormone. It lives in all of us. Okay, we have it, but it can be up to 50% less by the time we hit 40. But we also have this choline eligate in it, the ellagic acid and choline in it, which you did talk about, Laura, but those extra ingredients, one of them is patented to our company. So you won't find this product anywhere else. You'll see NAD plus out there. It is already out there. You're going to find more of them. You're going to see liposomal ones, but you're not going to see one that has our specific patent ingredient added into it for the free radicals, for the autophagy, which is the anti-aging. And then because we wanted to make sure that we did not go into a big drought of the product like we did with our last huge product, Transform, they're doing a little bit differently this time where we were able to try it. I'm done now. I ran out because I shared some with my husband, but you can start pre-ordering now. And I would highly encourage you to do that because it will kind of be a first come, first serve basis, even for Laura and I, who we've been able to pre-order, but now for the next month, for us to stay on top of it, when customers get that ability to start ordering, we're going to have to fall behind that again. And they just want to get a feel of how much they need. And it makes sense. I'm glad they're doing it that way. But if you want this, get it now. Like talk to Laura, talk to me, whoever's, wherever you're here watching this from, whatever, get on a list to get it ordered. And I'm even willing, like I said, to put in an order the next time I order for local people, or if I'm shipping not crazy, like I'm not going to be shipping out of the country or anything, because that's insane. But, I'm willing to do that. So yeah, get your pre-order in. So how do you get started? How about Laura, you just share, how you can get started with our bundles, whether you want to do the product and travel, whether you just are kind of interested in the travel part, or, if you, however you want to do it. We're one company that has these, different offerings now. So I'll let you kind of explain that, Laura.
Yeah, so we have different bundles that you can start with. And then when you sign up for the travel portion of it, they are actually giving some discounts for the bundles that you sign up for. One of my favorite bundles where I started was I started as a customer, and then I purchased the daily health system and the Enrich because I could not go without that when I first started that. That sent me into a 32-pound weight loss. So I'm like, that's pretty sweet.
Yep.
And then the next one is I can't even remember what one, the Builder bundle. Yep. And so that adds in some extra things like the Glow, the creatine, our amazing clear protein. You guys, that tastes phenomenal. 20 grams of protein in there. And then I signed my husband up on the business bundle because that was where I could see the most financial savings for the amount of products we had, and we were using them all anyway, trying them out. And so with the travel, they do give you a little bit of extra discount for purchasing these bundles. And I'm not even sure what the amount is anymore, what the cost savings is on those, but
yeah.
Pretty.
Well, I know, and I don't know, you can see the slide, right? But it's so tiny, right?
can't
Yeah,
read.
okay. So I know. So since I put the slide there and I do remember what it said, I'll just let everyone know. So when you start with a starter or a builder or an elite bundle, the price you see, the $299, the $499, the $999, that includes your price of your associate fee. Now this is where, don't let it confuse you, but because we were all in just health products up until we launched Not Travel, there's a one-time a year fee to be an associate, which gets you discounted products at checkout. All right. It gets you a free website and it gets you the ability to get paid if that's what you want. That is in that price, the $299, the $499, and then the elite bundle just waives that entirely. You're getting like over $400 of basically free product in the elite builder bundle. All right. But with the Trinont Travel, there is a one-time lifetime fee of $99. And not everyone is even into the Trinont Travel yet. More and more people are signing up every day that are associates, but not everyone's there yet. But that is a one-time fee. If you start now with these bundles, I want to do the travel, but I kind of want to try a couple products too. You're going to get a discount on that one-time lifetime fee. So for the starter bundle, you're going to only have to pay $79. For the builder, that middle one, $59. So that's $40 off. And then for the elite, you're only paying $39 one time for forever with the Trinont Travel. And again, when I say forever, you're not locked into anything. No, but you don't have some 12-month contract where Sonara said last week, you could pay for 1 month and end up saving a huge amount. If you have a big trip coming up, if you're going somewhere for Christmas, you could pay for 1 month and one-time fee, and you would still save money. So you're not locked into anything. For the people that get real, like they think they're in some, for the rest of their life type thing, absolutely not. That is not how this works. But if you did drop out before the 12 months, you're not going to get the vacation voucher. So just remember that. I mean, that's a huge, huge gift at the end of 12 months. So that is what that is. And then the last slide I just have here is, they love to give trips away in our company. Someone won a trip at TLA and it was actually so sweet because she was so shocked and she was crying. I'm like, man, that is so great to see. Like somebody who you can tell that's not something she gets to do real often.
Mm-hmm.
And so the giveaway trip is going to be, everyone will be in the drawing if you sign up for Trinont Travel before October 31st. So anytime this month that people have signed up, they are going to be in the drawing. And that will be announced November 3rd. And it's a 4-day, 3-night stay at a resort in Mexico. And from what I understand, it's also times that work for you. It's not like this is the vacation you get, these dates, for a lot of people that it wouldn't work. They're going to give you, you're going to be able to choose here too. And yes, it's one person, but it's always fun. It's always fun to sign up when there's like an extra maybe I could get. And you win either way because you are going to save either way. You are only basically paying yourself to get a trip voucher at the end of 12 months. But hey, wouldn't it be fun to maybe also win a free trip to Mexico? So that is all I really have. Do you want to add anything else, Laura?
And I just am thinking about this as far as like tax write-offs.
Do you see your mother-in-law there? I'm winning the Mexico trip. I would love for you to win it.
That would be awesome. I hope that grandpa will go with her. Or maybe she doesn't want him to. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, anyway, I was talking about tax write-offs because, there's a lot of people that own businesses and, now you are traveling and you get to write off your travel and you get to write off your health and wellness products. And it's just super exciting that we can help people save all kinds of money, not only for travel, but also for health. And it just kind of makes us excited that we get to offer this to people. So
absolutely. I 100% agree. And just found out that we also get to write off, tax write-offs are huge. There are people that start side businesses like this in the network marketing profession to help with tax write-offs, to help with their taxes. Not kidding you. It is very beneficial And if you have no idea how that works, there are people that are more than willing to show you. I mean, a good accountant is also going to be able to show you, but you can also write off your monthly payment for Trinot Travel as a business write-off, because you have to have access to get into the vault, I should say the library of the 850,000 plus places that you can get your hotels and your condos and your resorts and whatnot. And you can't see that until you are a member. And so for those of us who do it as a business, like Laura and I, we have to have that if we want to be able to see and help people. Again, we're not travel agents, but we're more than willing to help you and show you, yeah, let's see. Like, I would love to be able to see if there's somewhere in Australia that whatever. But for me to be able to do that, I have to pay, which I would do it anyway, but I have to pay to see that. So it's another tax write-off, which is pretty cool. So, all right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I will make sure to get this, posted, tagged on Laura, so it's on her page too. Get back to either one of us, private message, drop comments below if you have any other questions. I'll even put a few graphics below this live with a few other, more detailed things as well. But thank you all for popping in, and have a good night.
You too, Sarah. Thanks for all your work with all your awesome slides.
No problem. All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.